one side of the axle.
Oh my God,
Oh man!
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming down. Yeah, but no, I enjoyed your channel, man. You do really good work. Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate the stuff you do, man. Yeah.
Hey everyone, me Kevin here. All right, so yesterday it was at the Cyber Rodeo. Today I am at the Tesla Con event over here, the Texas Owners Club. Absolutely amazing people. Here's the thing. We got to talk about what I think about Tesla. I'm about 50% in on Tesla in terms of my stock portfolio, not considering my real estate portfolio. And let me just say, not just because there was an event yesterday, but over the last 2 to 3 months, I've been thinking this, I gotta get these thoughts out. So I'm gonna get some thoughts out, some excitement out up front, and then I'm gonna talk to you about what Elon said yesterday and how that relates to some of the excitement, as well as other things that I've been researching, studying, and coming to understand. So let's get started.
So we're going to talk about past, present, and future.
First of all, I quite frankly think that Tesla is probably going to break $10 trillion of market cap within 10 years. That's a 10x within 10 years, which is absolutely remarkable. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you why. I believe that Giga Austin and Giga Berlin were actually the opportunity for Elon to say, you know what, let's see how quickly we can build the perfect factory. And so they did. Berlin and Giga, Texas. Why? Because they've got the 4680 cell line for the structural battery packs. They make their motors in-house. They're not shipping parts in. They're shipping raw materials in, and they're putting the rest together in the factory. It's really incredible. I saw these assembly lines in person yesterday. It's absolutely phenomenal. Not only this, Tesla is a robotics manufacturer. They bought a robotics company in 2016 in Germany, and that's still where they make a lot of their robots. Now, I know they also outsource some of their robots, but I'll tell you, the technology Tesla has in robotics makes them probably the #1 robotics play in stocks. But it's not so much that we care about investing in the machines within the gigafactories, even though Elon Musk says the factories are the product. Elon Musk saying that the factories are the product reminded me about what's really next for Tesla. It's not so much new exciting product announcements like Ford coming out with a different car, you know, every 6 months and they yay or whatever, right? Or oh, it's the new 2022 model or whatever. And I don't mean to bag on Ford. Actually, I kind of do. But anyway, here's what is so exciting to me. Is now that we went through Giga Berlin and we went through Giga Austin, I think the next phase of Tesla is announcing not 1 or 2 more gigafactories like I had been pricing into my valuation. I actually think it's time Tesla goes, and I won't be surprised if this happens. Tesla says, you know what, now we're announcing 5 to 10 new gigafactories within the next 2 years, and then building them out in the following 2 years thereafter. That, to me, is a game changer. Because every single fundamental analysis we have says maybe Tesla will just focus on scaling these factories and maybe we'll get another factory announcement in 2 years or so. The essay is written. And what I mean by that is you can now take your work and copy and paste it everywhere. And I think that's what's happening. Is that Tesla has perfected its essay. Their writing project or whatever for their English class is perfected. It's the factory. The factory is perfected. And so I was just on Yahoo Finance for an interview, and I wore this shirt Lauren got me, which is going to make Lauren hopefully very happy. This is a beer, by the way. But anyway, I believe now we go into copy and paste mode for the factories. And when Tesla announces that they're in copy and paste mode, everybody's fundamental analyses will change almost overnight because the amount of vehicles that Tesla can produce will explode. And this is regardless of whether or not we have a blip of a recession in the next year or two. Who cares? We're talking 10 years out here in the grand scheme of things for Tesla getting to this market cap, right? And that's what we're excited about. And of course, I'm still going to talk about what Elon Musk says, but look, copy and pasting the factories is what we need right now. Why? Think about it. When you've got Hertz, who can't even buy any more Teslas, and they're having to go to Polestars because Tesla don't have enough Teslas, and there's so much demand for Teslas, it's just like there's so much freaking wind out here today. Hopefully y'all don't hear this. Tesla needs to build more factories. So this is fundamentally changing my thesis for Tesla, substantially for the better. Now, I know it might seem a little weird to come out of 2 Tesla events and feel this way. I would say that my consideration for this factory direction has been growing over the last 3 months, especially over the last few weeks. I've thought this is probably the next direction for Tesla. We're not so worried yet about a robotaxi, though that will come, and I'll touch on that as well. I think it's copy and pasting the factories. And when Elon told us yesterday that now they're ready for moving into the next big phase, which is massive scale, it just reiterated my beliefs. And so I'm very excited. I don't know how many factories, I don't know anything that's like, secret info or whatever. This is just my pure speculation, and I'm very excited about that. But we've got to understand supply chains and then talk about what Elon talked about, especially that Optimus Robot. So one of the beautiful things that I've also been studying about Tesla is their clout in the supply chain markets. See, when companies work with Tesla, they can get paid early. They know they're going to get paid. Tesla's not going to go bankrupt like potentially another company. But not only that, not only is Tesla going to fulfill their contracts and pay, but Tesla also provides 2 things to other companies who are supplying things to Tesla. One, hey, we work with Tesla. That's good. But also, when Tesla wants a special product, like how amazing the heat pump is at Tesla, when Tesla wants an amazing product, the supply chains have to provide that amazing product. They get the skills and education to make that product, and now they can tell all their other customers, hey, not only do we work with Tesla, but we also learn from Tesla. So, in terms of supply chains, and we know we got some limiting factors potentially with raw materials, right? That's always going to be an issue. And I think locations for the next gigafactories will come into play for exactly sourcing those raw materials. But in terms of as many supply chains as we can get control of, if I had to make a bet on a company that could do it best, it would be Tesla. Tesla has the supply chain clout, and I'm not certain that other companies do. Apple does. Apple is another company that has the supply chain clout. That doesn't mean it's not a problem. They still have issues getting iPads, right? They're still out of stock on certain things. But let's just say they're the best in a situation that sucks, right? It's like the best of the worst because everyone sucks with supply chains right now. Okay, good. So bullish phase, part of this video, 1, done. Part 2, that Optimus Robot, and then part 3, what Elon said. So the Optimus Robot. Look, I wrote down some things for this. First, I'm going to start with things that seem a little wild, but I want this to relate to you about how big this Optimus Robot could be, even just for simple things in your home. Imagine you spend, I don't know what it's going to cost, 5 grand on a robot, 10 grand on a robot, whatever. You spend on that once, and it just lasts you. It gets over-the-air software updates or whatever, and it just lasts you for years without maintenance, right? Plugs itself in, right? Here's some things that, in theory, an Optimus Robot could do for you at home, and this is just my pure speculation. Security, which, again, Terminator's scary, but even dumb things like dishes, folding laundry, emptying the dishwasher, vacuuming, preparing baby food like bottles, cleaning toilets, stocking groceries, raking, watering plants, all this stupid kind of stuff, right? Now, I'm just saying that to try to relate to our households, but the bigger purpose here is going to be what's it going to be like in the factories? Well, think about it. Semi-trucks come to deliver products to factories. Somebody's got to forklift unload these. Well, an Optimus Robot could do this. Somebody's got to open the boxes. Robot could do this. Somebody's got to collapse the boxes. Robot could do this. This happens all day frickin' long. Unboxing, you all know, you order from Amazon, unboxing boxes takes forever, and then when you got to collapse them and you got to bring them to the trash and all this stuff costs a lot of money for companies because you're paying employees to do it, and then of course you're paying payroll taxes on top of that, and so on and so forth, right? Problem. Sorting, inventory. I mean, you could even have Optimus Robots running around a grocery store, stocking shelves and doing stuff. And then I know there's always this concern of like, oh my gosh, we're going to be replacing people. People will find ways to provide value. We always do. We provide creativity. We provide value with our skill, our communication. So in the near-term future, I'm not worried about humanity like losing out on jobs. Like we need help and more efficiency at companies. This is a good thing, and it's good for us to be able to hopefully bring the costs down of these robots. Great profit potentials for Tesla, obviously, but to make them accessible to people, so that way they're not doing mundane stuff, and instead they can learn to get, become a real estate agent, become a CPA, provide value to the world, and actually make more money. Because look, if you're stocking shelves at a grocery store, it's fine maybe if you're 18 for a little bit, but you better be thinking to yourself, crap, what am I going to do? I'm not going to do this forever. You got to get to that next level. It doesn't even matter how old you are. I mean, you could be 50 and you could become a real estate agent in 3 months. You know, hop to it. So anyway, okay. Now, let's touch a little bit. So Optimus, this is another huge game changer. I wouldn't actually be surprised if we had Optimus Gigafactories in the future. Kind of wild, but makes sense. You've got car factories. I don't think there's going to be like an Optimus line. Yeah, no. You're going to have gigafactories made for the frickin' robot. Awesome. Very exciting. Now, let's talk about what Elon said yesterday. So, Elon yesterday told us a few things that are very, very exciting. He talks a lot about how advanced their factories are, how the 4680 line is starting. This is good. I saw the 4680. They're streamlining the manufacturing of this even more than what we saw during Battery Day. Absolutely incredible. They're using, I saw this, another Tesla researcher posted on Twitter about how the top and bottom of the canister that holds the 4680 is now using the same cap with only 3 laser etches. And this is just another way of saying Elon Musk and the team at Tesla are so brilliant to always think about how can we make it better? How can we do this with less waste? I love that. So very, very excited about that. But when we look at the future about what Elon gave us, he didn't give us product announcements. Here's what he told us. Massive scale is next. That's all he said. He didn't say we're going to make a bunch of new gigafactories, but let's just translate it. It makes sense, and it's a game changer that nobody's pricing in. Next, we know full self-driving is coming. It's so underappreciated right now. You've got maybe 60,000 beta testers. I'm still complaining. I still don't have my beta thing. At this point, I don't even care anymore. It's probably because I don't drive enough. That's what I've concluded, and it's true. I probably wouldn't be the best beta tester because honestly, I don't drive enough. But anyway, a dedicated robotaxi coming. This was pretty remarkable. So there have actually been rumors that Tesla is manufacturing a vehicle without a steering wheel, without a yoke. And this will probably, I mean, it has to be, the driverless version, the robotaxi vehicle. I'm not too super excited about that. I still think that's a 2025, 2026 thing. I know Elon wants to get FSD done this year, 2022. I don't think we're getting full self-driving without humans and yokes for at least another 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. I'm actually more excited about just get more vehicles printing. Get those gigafactories up in this next decade. Let's get that Optimus Robot gigafactory going. That has me much more excited than FSD. FSD is like icing on the cake, and I'm not even going to begin to try to speculate in terms of how to value that because it's so underappreciated. It's actually invaluable. it's so valuable, it's invaluable. Does that make sense? I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, I think you get the point. So then, of course, we know the Cybertruck begins development next year at Giga, Texas. We do expect the semi-truck to start production as well. And Elon kind of sensed that the audience wasn't super happy that there weren't too many new product announcements. So he's like, don't worry, we're going to focus on scaling this year, and next year we'll focus on new products. That's, you know, semi-cyber. And then, of course, the robot. So I think the roadmap is already laid for new products. We don't really need new products right now. We need to fulfill the pipeline. And I think that's exactly what Tesla's going to do. I bought a bunch more Tesla stock this morning. That's all I have to say, okay? There you go. So anyway, if you want to get every single move I make in stocks, make sure to check out the Stocks and Psychology of Money program linked down below. There is a coupon code. I think it's CyberKevin. Check that out. It's a special coupon code for this excitement over Tesla. And folks, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye. Oh, and then throw this at the beginning. This video is brought to you by CyberKevin, a coupon code for the amazing programs on building your wealth, linked down below in honor of the Cyber Rodeo. Let's go.